Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very happy to be with you remotely even today. I'm going to give you some insights of the Rail Baltica electrification. So this is simply the wider scale electrification project was never been implemented in Europe. Yeah. So this gives us particular responsibilities, notably regarding all the ambition to deliver this electrification project as a showcase of the EU competence and technologies. So this is of paramount importance at the time when we have to win a war against the climate change, and the electrification of the transport systems are really a key element in the toolbox against the CO2 emission. Next slide, please. So this is an overview of the Rail Baltica electrification scope. We also call this ANA by the short name reference of the EU TSI for highway electrification. Yeah. So you can see that there are two parts on the scope. The ones above is about how we are going to get connected to get electricity supplied with the electrical grid of the three Baltic states. Yeah. So in this regard, the collaboration between the railway sector and the energy sector is absolutely crucial. I would like also to address all my greetings to our colleagues and partners for the three Baltic grid networks, Elering, AST, and Litgrid, with whom we are working on the daily basis in order to make these connections happening very soon in the future. Yeah. So this part of the scope is under responsibility to the transmission systems operators. Yeah. So they need to make modification of their networks in order to connect Rail Baltica, as well to implement high voltage feeding lines between their networks until the delivery point on the railway side. Yeah. So you can see also on the railway side, actually there are three main components. So this the railway traction substation is the ones when you have all the energy transformation to be suitably used by the railways. Then we have overhead power catenary, which is distributing the electricity to the trains, and energy control command system, which is, let's say, the brain of the overall system, how to control this and to adjust it. Next, please. So a little bit more details about the Rail Baltica energy subsystems, all the scope in a nutshell. So we'll have 870 kilometers of double tracks. So that means about 2,000 kilometers and more of catenary systems. So that makes around 50,000 masts and more than 4,000 tons of copper. We'll get between 11 and 24 traction substations. So this number is currently under definition, and why they are different, why there is such a range. Because we have several technologies which are now considered, what we are analyzing, and that's exactly the task of engineer, and this will be presented also to you in a few minutes. So you can see on the right part of this slide one map showing Baltic state and one of this different technology possibility to implement the railway subsystems. So there are, of course, other ones, just an example. And in the table below, what means the power in Rail Baltica for the electrical network of Baltic state, for the energy suppliers, for energy sector. This means actually to increase about 3% the overall consumptions of every state. Next. So let's look a bit now regarding of the strategic targets that we have for this Rail Baltica electrification. Of course, these strategic targets are fully included in the framework of all the strategic targets of Rail Baltica as a world project. Yeah. First of all, and always the main priority in the railway, the safety of the operations and the maintenance activities. Then, of course, railway electrification systems will fulfill the operation needs. That means all the functionality required, the performance, and availability and reliability of powering of the trains. The maintenance aspects are a key part as well. This system shall be fully able to be maintained. Maintainability is a key. It shall be, of course, cost efficient in all of these maintenance aspects. Also, we have modularity and redundancy to be always keeping also the other part. I believe you all have found in these three bubbles the 4 letters of RAMS. Yeah, so that was presented this morning by Marc-Philippe. Yeah. Then looking now another aspects, life cycle cost. So this is absolutely the key point. We are looking to deliver the most optimized systems to the Baltic states for all the operation and maintenance phase. So for this, we are looking all the financial aspects from the investment parts, the capex part, for all the operations, maintenance, different cost of energy, renewable, lifetimes parts, everything in this life cycle cost optimization, which is scrutinized in a very details. And finally, the environmental impact minimization. This is, of course, already achieved in biggest part by the railway systems. Electric railways have intrinsically a lot of advantage for the environmental aspects, but we try to go even more, even beyond of the natural performances. So we are trying to look and improve all the energy efficiency of the overall traction chains. That means from the high voltage grids until the wheel of the trains, by analyzing this in the most detailed ways. We are also looking for advanced eco-driving solutions. So this is not only a matter of ANA, this is also includes the matter of all the control command subsystems in order to make this eco-driving possible for the driver. We have also analyzing some possibility of power demand management, so how to reduce the energy demand for the railway side at some time that are crucial for the grid balance. So this is a measure for supporting the grid, electrical grids operation. And finally, extended lifetime of components is also a key point which is under analysis. This is also contribute to the overall life cycle times for the environmental impact. On the next slide, you can see quite detailed timeline for the deployment of Rail Baltica. So we have completed nearly 2 years ago one energy strategy study in order to, that was advising us what could be the best way to implement all these Rail Baltica electrifications. And then we have started the procurement for engineering services. The engineering service company has joined us in April 2021. So this is consortium of Deutsche Bahn Engineering Consulting, EDOM and Italfer, and they have a wide scale of responsibilities in the deployment. In the first part of their works, this is what we call preparatory phase. So that has started in April this year. They have to make different studies and analysis that will result in delivering concept design. Then they will support us in the preparation of the works procurement. And this is already some part with now ongoing until the signature of the contracts for the design and for the constructions. At that time, the NA works contractor will be on board, and the engineer roles will be to make the supervisions according the FIDIC definition of engineer. That will be happening during the generic design phase, the detailed design phase, construction, commissioning, and defect notification period. So this is the overview of this deployment part of Rail Baltica. And if we look now regarding the NA works procurement, so this is a part which is, I believe, very interesting for many of your companies. So the scope of the procurement is now under works. The mainstream option is to go for single design and build for the entire NA subsystems. So this is, of course, subject to official decision and alignment inside Rail Baltica organization. The potential public procurement procedure would be Two-stage procedure, competitive procedure of negotiations according Latvian law. That will be 2 stages. First stage will be pre-qualification stage, and the second one would be for the technical and financial proposals, followed by a negotiation phase until awarding of the contract. Current status, as we said, an engineer is in place and delivering all the different documents for concept design, but also for procurement preparation. And we are now entering in this procurement preparation phase with the target to publish in the first quarter of next year the first stage of the procurement for this NA works contract. Thank you.